Fish stock, one of the great cornerstones of cooking. A fish stock is essential foundation for countless sauces and soups, and making it yourself will elevate your fish dishes. A few weeks ago I bought 2 gutted places which I cut off the fillet, leaving me all the fish bones and trimmings. I always freeze the fish trimmings, so if I run out of fish stock I can always make more. For the fish stock you will also need onions, celery, a bouquet garni, thyme, bay leaf and parsley, peppercorns and salt, and white wine. Let's get cooking. Our beef stock simmers for hours, so I never bother with dicing the vegetables very small. Our fish stock only simmers for 30 minutes, so I dice the vegetables into smaller pieces to improve extraction. I start by cleaning the onion and dice it finely. I wash the celery thoroughly to remove any sand or dirt and slice it very fine. The fish I bought came without its head, but you can also use the fish heads as well. If you do, you need to remove the gills and the eyes from the fish. If there is any blood residue, rinse it away under cold water. The best fish for a stock are flat fish, like this place, but you can also use non-fatty, round fish, for example a cod. Fatty round fish, like salmon, are not good for a fish stock. In a large stock pot I melt a small amount of butter. I add the diced onion and celery and let the vegetables sweat slowly, stirring now and then, making sure they do not brown. Once the vegetables are translucent, I add the fish trimmings and let them sweat with the vegetables for a few minutes. I add a splash of white wine and let it boil off the alcohol for a few minutes. I add water to cover everything. For the aromatics, I add the bouquet garni, the peppercorns and a pinch of salt. I always undersalt my stocks. If the stock is strongly seasoned with salt and you still need to reduce it, there's a risk of over-seasoning. I let the stock simmer gently for 30 minutes. Once the 30 minutes are up, the stock is ready. I strain the liquid through a fine mesh sieve. Once strained, I divide the fish stock over food containers and freeze them in for later use. And there you have it, a beautiful, flavorful fish stock ready to be the base of your next dish. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into a foundational classic, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. Also check out my demi-glace video where I make a beef stock and reduce it down to a demi-glace for a base for many great sauces. Enjoy!